What is up, everybody? To Reverse TV today, and we're going to talk about this Assassin's Creed Shadows controversy once again. I wasn't going to talk about this game until the game actually released, because I feel like the conversation on this game is very disingenuous. It's people butthurt pretty much to one of the main protagonists as a black character, and that's the main reason why. Let's be honest, not sugarcoated. People want to say it's not historically accurate or whatever. But only those Assassin's Creed games have never been historically accurate. It's like they all have some fantasy element to them where you like fight against aliens or something like that, like sci-fi element. So it's like I don't understand this historical accuracy point these people are talking about. The bottom line is that people are mad that there's a black protagonist and a predominant and a big major role. That's one of the big angers people have about this game. And there's a whole female protagonist that you can play as, but you know these people who grift, they don't like black. They don't like black characters, and they definitely don't like female characters at all, unless they're like super like half naked or whatever. So, but we had an interesting turn in this whole debate right here, this whole discussion piece. Apparently, there's been several multiple Americans not cosplaying. That's not the right word. Pretending to be Japanese people. Apparently, a leaker got exposed being a Japanese woman that happened earlier this week. And apparently we have somebody getting exposed pretending to be a Japanese historian to crap on Assassin's Creed Shadows. Now the usual grifters like Grums has reported on this story about how this so-called Kenji Yamamoto, he says who was credited as a Japanese scholar who had his University of Tokyo, who has MA from a University of Tokyo, so he's this big-time scholar in Japan, right, is what he wants you to assume. And then he tweeted out, so the official Assassin's Creed X page blocked me for speaking the truth. All I've been saying is that Yasuke was not a samurai. There is nothing written anywhere that says that. And I can't click on this guy's actual tweet because he has protected all his tweets since the major exposure has happened. People found out that, hey, something ain't right here. I guess when he was typing in Japanese, people was like saying, hey, this don't make any sense because he's not Japanese. And the other point was that, hey, this guy has a tweet that I was just looking at it. He had a tweet that was very similar to another tweet from another American person. Where is it at? Is it right here? Here we go. Yeah, another situation where another video game leaker admits to be pretending to be a Japanese woman for clout. So this is the second time in a week span that people are pretending to be Japanese people. It is literally that meme. If you see with that fat white guy, that is a fat white guy who's wearing a kimono. It's literally that meme right now of that picture. If you know what I'm talking about, it's like, bruh, you're not Japanese. It's okay to be white. A white guy. Why are you pretending to be Japanese? And speaking for these people. This is the thing too about these so-called people who are so angry on the Japanese behalf. I've seen several videos of people trying to make this a thing where, you know, the Japanese are so angry about this game, even though this game is the most pre-ordered game in Japan right now. Last time I checked, it was the most pre-ordered, especially like PS5 game on PSN. People want to play this Assassin's Creed Shadows game. And at the end of the day, the people are so butthurt if Yasuke was a samurai or not. Nobody lived in that time period who's around to this very day, so nobody can truly know or not. It wasn't too much history about his history at all. So at the end of the day, who freaking cares? It's a video game, but you know, because it's a black character, it has to be super historically accurate, right? You can't just play a video game with a cool character. It's a culture appropriation, hilariously, as people are saying it is. It's just ridiculous. But this is a tweet that the people got him exposed with. So apparently this Kenji Yamamoto, responded to a Resident Evil 2 tweet. And he says, when are we going to hear more about the Cowbun collection? Whatever nonsense he was typing, that's not the point. The point is that they found another person under the name of Garnet Barnes who typed the same message, and then they tied it back to the other guy, the Kenji Yamamoto's account. Like, hey, this isn't the same. This is the same person. And then he made another tweet that people were exposing where he was talking about like political stuff in America. And then it was like, if you're Japanese, if you live in Japan, why'd you be talking about American politics, about how Biden is the president, whatever complaint he had about Biden at the moment. So they found out that, hey, this guy is fake. This is what America pretending to be Japanese. And then he tried to play it off by saying, People say I am LARPing as Kenji, lol, when a while ago I was actually pretending to be Garrett. That was an experiment which has now proved to be very successful. I changed my name to sound American to discuss American politics and other things with Americans. So what? It is just getting very weird out here. It's like, if you say people are so angry about, the Assassin's Creed main protagonist being a black guy, why can't you get actual proof of this? Like, there's no proof of this whatsoever. These so-called Japanese people being so angry that how dare they put a black man as a protagonist in a Japanese setting? How dare they do that? But there's no proof of this whatsoever. It's just people being butthurt and now going to the point where they have to make fake identities to pretend to be Japanese people being angry about this when no one freaking cares. It's a video game. Like, the game's going to come out, it's going to release, people are either going to buy it or don't buy it. It's like, it is what it is. They want to make those a thing so badly. It just gets sad and pathetic. Oh boy, I thought so many fanboys are bad with this. This is a new level. When you have to pretend to be somebody else on the internet, it's just getting weird. Like, these grifters, like what this says, these grifters are being weird. It's getting really weird. Oh man, because like the average Assassin's Creed fan just likes Assassin's Creed games. They don't really care. Like, I don't see an Assassin's Creed fan being super outraged about this one. Like, what are we doing here? People got a grift, and then it gets to the point where you gotta pretend to be, you gotta pretend to be a whole nother person. This is kind of like that Rachel Dolezal situation when this white woman pretended to be a black woman for most of her life. Kind of same thing. A lot of these people they want to be Asian people or Japanese people. It's just weird. It's like, you're not. They want to beat them so badly. It's like they got this real obsession with Japanese people. I don't know if it's because of anime or whatever, but I like anime too, but it's like I'm not trying to pretend to be somebody else. It's just weird. But to these people, it's just I just don't know what to say at this point. It's just sad. What are people saying about this? Let's see what people are saying about this. In situations like this, I generally can't help but feel bad for actual Japanese people in this case. Imagine your entire culture being boiled down the line to losers just LARPing online because they think Japanese people need their protection. It's just weird. For reference, I got put on the list for a tweet where I said I can't stand. Okay. I was sick of people faking they're a minority just to get clout and win over an internet fan base. Seriously, this is like a new form of racism. I was pretty much assuming this would be the case since he posts exclusively in English and historians don't tend to speak in such absolutes. Still weird to see an official account block anyone daring to question it. Sure, it's amazing these guys always humble fake Asian people because they say what they want to hear and insult actual Asian people for not saying what they want to hear. The whole world is just going mad now. Yeah, it's definitely something in the water or something because it's just weird. This guy just says, Americans are just sick people, man. Bro, I've actually been playing Ghost of Tsushima. I've been playing through that game from the beginning again to get ready for this Assassin's Creed Shadows game. I'm loving Ghost of Tsushima right now, so hopefully this game is just as great. But yeah, this conversation is getting boring at this point in time. It's like, bro, I don't know how y'all get angry each week about this game. I know what the Xbox showcase, they show more footage or whatever, that some games for us to show more footage. It's just amazing how they keep this subject going on for this long. Like, it's been weeks, almost a month at this point since they first announced that the main character will be a black protagonist. And people are still angry about this. It's just weird. It's like, move on. It's like, either don't buy it or buy it. It's like, why is it so hard to do? It's just getting real weird out here. Once again, we're getting to the point where people are pretending they're Japanese people now to say, hey, Japanese people are angry about this protagonist, even though they completely ignore the Japanese female protagonist in this game. They completely ignore her. They keep making the most dumbest arguments, like saying, hey, how's a black guy going to blend in Japan? How's he going to do stealth assassination? I was like, no, you moron. I was like, that's what the Japanese the ninja lady is for, to assassinate people. But I'm tired of talking about this subject. It's just getting dull. It's just getting dumb at this point. It's like, once again, buy the game or don't buy it. It's just that simple. If you're really angry and if there's a black protagonist, you have the option to play as a Japanese woman, but they rather not do that. I guess that option is just as bad to these guys in there, and honestly, I think that's just as bad, I guess. I don't know. But I'm going to play the game at least. It's still going to be a good game. I'll play day one, so I'm so happy to play it. So I don't care what these guys are talking about at the end of the day. Like, this game still is gonna do very well. So that was just my thoughts. I want to see your thoughts down below. And I know you feel people who just role playing. Like, once again, this is the second time people got exposed as being a Japanese person, and the same time in a week. Like, it's getting weird. Then you got the usual grifters taking this as like the gospel, as these people are saying what these people are factual when they get proved to be wrong. The grifters normally he just say, "Hey, I guess we should just take an L." I was like, really? That's it? It's right off like it's nothing. But it's just sad. But definitely share your thoughts down below. Leave a like this video. As always, thanks for watching, and peace.